Hi, I'm Ayanna, and today we're going to explore 3 different self-care techniques, or what you might like to call mindfulness meditation techniques. So far, you may have discovered that there are many different ways to meditate, many different ways to bring your awareness or your attention into the present moment more deeply so that you can relax, feel better, maybe just even focus your mind or have better concentration altogether. I like to think of meditation as a very powerful tool in my toolbox of self-care. One way of thinking about a toolbox of self-care or this mindfulness toolbox is not every tool is going to work for every situation. For example, if I am trying to cut down a tree, a hammer is not going to work. But if I'm in a pinch, I'm going to try to use whatever I can. I might even try to kick the tree down with the help of a bunch of friends or something like that. Why do I need the tree? I'm not sure, but just as an example. So, what you're doing here in this series is developing a bunch of different tools in your mindfulness toolbox. So, for example, we've already talked about mindfulness, as you may know, is a state of going from your mind being full of a bunch of different thoughts that are scattered all over the place. The person is thinking of all these different thoughts. And at the same time, that could be called the full mind, or if you see the picture of the dog here, the dog is just looking so relaxed. The only thing he has in his thought bubble is trees. He just wants to go for a walk. So for us, as we learn, the mind is a tool that we can, and has a habit that it thinks all the time. So we have the ability to either have our thoughts scattered all over the place, or we have the ability to direct the mind and direct the habit of the mind into thinking a focused thought or thinking about what we want it to think about instead of it being all over the place. So today, the first thing that you'll need to begin is an open mind, a ready ear to listen, and maybe even a set of earphones if you have any handy. So you can kind of block out some of the other sounds around you and really focus. All right, let's begin. The first technique is called box breathing. I like to think of box breathing as a really powerful way to calm the mind down. Breathing and your breath rate can really sometimes get out of control, or if you're thinking a lot of thoughts, you might notice that your breath rate your heart is pounding and that you're kind of breathing shallow breaths. The next time you're feeling angry or feeling startled, just take a little maybe notice, a moment to notice what is your breath doing. So we're going to explore the mind today through the breath, through box breathing. And I like to think of the mind as this open sea. Sometimes it's really choppy and wild and crazy, and all you want to do is calm it down. So this is a technique that can help us begin to slow the breath down, and this is a door in your mind to calm, peaceful water. Open your eyes for a second, and we can also think about box breathing as actually a box that's moving around. So we could go like this. To begin, start at the bottom left corner of the box. Breathe in through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs full, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs empty, 2, 3, 4. Follow the diagram. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs full, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs empty, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs full, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs empty, 2, 3, 4. You try it now at your own pace. Follow the diagram. At your own pace, of course. Breathe in, seeing if you can take a little bit more air in. Keep the lungs full. And then when you breathe out, see if you can take a little more air out of the lungs while you keep the lungs empty on the bottom. You try it one more time at your pace. Nice and slow and steady. You're doing a great job. And end on the exhale. 3, 4. I'm going to give us 3 minutes to try box breathing on your own. To begin, you can place your feet firmly on the ground and you can close your eyes gently, taking a nice deep breath, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing any tension, feeling yourself grounded into your seat, and then also at the same time feeling your spine nice and tall, your shoulders rolled back, and stretching up towards the sun as if you were a plant getting some water. finishing up the round that you're on and ending on the exhale, opening your eyes when you're ready. How was that? You might notice that you feel a lot calmer. Box breathing is a really powerful way to improve your concentration, help your stress, and really just through this deep rhythmic breathing, it helps you calm your thoughts, slow down your heart rate, and regulate your whole nervous system. So you might notice the next time that you're feeling a little stressed out or that you're just feeling tense, just try it. Set a little timer on your phone and just try it for 3 minutes. If you have a pen and a piece of paper handy, you might like to go ahead and write down your experience of that. You can pause the video for a second and write that down. Or if you just want to keep going ahead with your developing your self-exploration toolbox, you can go ahead. So let's try another tool in the toolbox, something completely different. Our minds are very powerful and very creative, and they can transport us anytime to any place that we'd like to go. So have you ever found yourself in a less than perfect situation? You know, like you were just minding your own business, going to school every day, going to work, doing your thing, whatever it is that you were doing, and you're very happy in your routine, and blammo, a pandemic breaks out and ruins your flow. Just for example, maybe you've experienced this before. So, there's so many different situations in our lives where right now, for example, you might be at home in a less than ideal situation with annoying people and unfair responsibilities and whatever your situation is that might make you feel like you're trapped. So, for me, I started my self-inquiry exploration when I was probably your age, because I was feeling trapped by life. Had to move to a different city, and I started experiencing really deep sadness all the time. And now it's something that I understand more, is that I was experiencing a really serious clinical depression. And at that time, I really needed a relief from my life. So this is the time that encouraged me and sent me into a lifelong exploration of meditation and put me on this path of healing that brings me here speaking to you today. So right now, in this present moment, you have a unique opportunity to create a space, sacred space, in a private place for you to go that no one can bother you in. And you don't even have to leave your house, which is pretty cool. Or you don't even have to leave wherever you might be at this moment. So let's begin. This technique is called visualization. Now, because our minds are such powerful tools, we can go anywhere that we want and anywhere that we want by imagining. So even when we can't go to the ocean, we can still bring in the warmth through our guided imagery and through our imagination. So I'd like you to close your eyes and bring yourself to a calm, quiet place in your mind. You might even decide that you'd like to lay down. Whatever you do, get nice and comfortable, making yourself as cozy as possible. Maybe you'll even drift off to sleep. Just stay here and relax for a few moments. Begin to breathe deeply and comfortably. Notice how your chest and your belly move as you take calming, deep breaths. Just listen as the air moves in and out of your body. Breathing deeply and breathing comfortably. Notice how your chest and your belly move up and down as you take these calming, deep breaths. Can you listen and hear the air as it moves in your body and flows back out? Like gentle tides lapping in, back to the sea, and back out and up onto the shore. It really is a quiet and beautiful sound. So begin to draw your concentration to this magical place inside of your mind. Maybe a favorite spot you've been to on a beach before, or maybe someplace that you've seen and you just wish you could go there. It can be any place you like. Maybe the sea is crystalline blue. Maybe you can see all the way to the bottom of where you're standing near the edge, or maybe where you're lying on your blanket or in the warm sand. Just picture yourself there now. The sun shines really brightly and gently warms your skin. It's as if the sun is just reaching down and pouring its love onto you. It's so warm and so nice. Now you'll slowly walk down towards the surf. You begin to feel the lapping of the warm waves against your toes. And squish your toes deeply into the sand, feeling the warmth of the sand beneath your toes and the coolness of the water. Feels so refreshing. Maybe the sand's really soft even. And feel the rhythm of the calm waves flowing over your mind. Feel it so relaxing. And notice how you're breathing as it remains very calm and even. The inhaling in and exhaling out, slowly and calmly. You might even notice it sounds like the sound of these waves. Calm, flowing back and forth onto the shore and back into the ocean. pay attention now as you slow down your breathing even further. And just feel every muscle in your body relax. Starting at the top of your toes, you're feeling your toes relaxing, the bottoms of your feet, all the muscles in your calves, your legs, your hips relax, and your belly even relax. As you're taking these deep, calm breaths. Your heart even relaxes, maybe even your shoulders relax. Your inner ears relax. All the muscles on your face relax. Your hands relax. Even your eyebrows and your nose relaxes. Your brain is so relaxed. Every muscle in your body is just melted into the warmth of the sun. Completely, slowly, easily relaxing. No more annoying thoughts. Just releasing any frustration or tension. Just anything that was in your way today. Every inhale, breathing in calm, peacefulness, and every exhale, letting go of anything that you don't need anymore. Just let it go. And look out onto the blue, vast ocean. It's so huge. Anytime your mind brings up any worries, you can't even think of how small our problems were because we're standing looking at something that's so huge. This huge, beautiful sea. So can you take this comfort of the waves and just know they're constantly, always lapping back and forth against the shore. So whether the sea is calm or stormy or choppy, the waves never stop moving back and forth onto the shore. Anything that washes up on the shore, it just clears it off and creates a fresh, clear canvas every time. It always has a fresh start. And so, even now, your body has created this fresh canvas for you. Your mind is so relaxed. You're able to have a fresh start. And as you've emptied your mind, you're beginning to just enjoy this moment of being here right now, feeling calm and warm and supported, turning to the sound of your own breath, and even listening to the sound of the waves moving back and forth onto the sea, onto the shore. You can even take this relaxation and move it to any part of your body that still might feel like it really needs it. So take a nice deep breath. I'm sure you can feel the peace that's beginning to surround you and letting you know that everything is going to be all right. I invite you to take another deep breath. Just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe even give yourself a nice stretch. And bring yourself back into this present moment. Bringing back the calm and peaceful feelings of relaxation and rest as you slowly open up your eyes. So now that you're feeling energized and peaceful and ready for whatever comes your way. So you might even want to stop the video right now and take a little moment and write down how you're feeling after that technique, which we called visualization. How are you feeling? Do you like this technique of visualization? And start the video when you're ready. The last technique we're going to explore today in your toolkit is gratitude. I really enjoy gratitude as a practice, and as you can tell, I'm a pretty optimistic, positive person, and honestly, I think it comes from my sense of gratitude and developing a gratitude practice. The benefits of gratitude are it can improve your physical health, it can make you sleep even better, and it also enhances your self-esteem. It really enhances your self-esteem because it makes you realize how much you actually really do have in your life. So, and it also improves your mental strength. This technique we can practice simply by, you can grab your piece of paper right now, or mentally just jot down 3 things that you're grateful for. It can be something as simple as, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. It could be as simple as, I'm grateful that I had something to eat today. It could also be something really, you can come up with anything. It can just even be as simple as, I am grateful for, you can see behind me where I'm pointing, I'm grateful for that little orange flower back there that's growing. That plant has been behind my outside of my window all year, and finally it's blooming. That's so cool. I'm grateful for that flower. It can just be something so simple and just immediate in your environment. So one of the benefits of the gratitude practice is actually from practicing it every day. That's what makes it a practice. It becomes a habit. So you can think of 3 things every day that you are grateful for. And by thinking of those 3 things and coming back to them, it actually increases your positivity, and it really helps with your overall well-being. So I want you to sit down and just mentally think to yourself for a few seconds here. What are 3 things that you're grateful for today? And you'll notice as you begin to pay attention to what you're grateful for, it becomes easier and easier to practice. The practice becomes something that you actually can connect with more the more you do it. So I encourage you to take some time every day. You might even make a little list on your phone that's called, in your notes, that's called gratitude notes. And just every day, jot down 3 things that you're grateful for. Or you can do a really cool thing of making a gratitude cup or a bowl or a jar. And every day, take something and then write down on your piece of paper your gratitude. So I'm going to write down that flower. And then I'm just going to take off my little piece of paper and fold it up 3 times the charm, or whatever your favorite number is, and put it in your cup. And so just put 3 of these in a day and see how quickly this container fills up with your gratitudes. So especially when you have a day when you're not feeling so great, you can just kind of reach in your bowl and pull out another gratitude. Feeling so hot. And this one is, I'm grateful for my life, from another day. And I am. I'm really grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have this time with you. And I'm grateful for this ability for us to just, explore deeper some of these thoughts. So I hope that you had as much fun as I had making this video. And be safe, stay well, and remember you can always come back and watch these videos again or use any of these self-care tools that you now have in your toolkit. And especially if you find that you really like mindfulness meditation, one of my new favorite meditation that I just found recently is by RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. It's called Guided Explorations on Spotify. So if you have Spotify, you can check out RZA's album called Guided Explorations for some other techniques that, if these didn't resonate with you, maybe you'll find some other ones that are your cup of tea and that are